This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. In today's episode, I want to talk about some interracial couples that try very hard to get black women's attention in public. Again, I want to talk about some interracial couples that try very hard to get black women's attention in public. And the interracial couple that I'm talking about consists of black men and non-black women. Again, black men and non-black women. Now, this is a requested video. Shout out to a young lady who wanted me to do this video. She made a comment, wanted me to do a video on this, and she said, can you do a video about interracial couples effing with me in public? And they have, bothered me in public. She said they damn near do backflips for me to stare. It gets really annoying and quite comical. Basically, it's what she said. And so a lot of black women have been through this. And before I get into this is something that I mentioned. I did a previous video regarding this. And one of the things I said, because I already knew this was going to happen as far as what I'm about to say, I did a disclaimer, and I said that to the black men, you need to understand that this is something that black women do experience. There are some non-black women who like to bring up that she's dating a black guy to a black woman to make her jealous, to see her reaction, to get a response out of her. There are some interracial couples that consist of a black man and a non-black woman that would see a black woman in public, especially when she's by herself, and want to get her attention, purposely be all over each other, want her to see that they are together. Excuse me, talking too fast. So I said this, and what did I get? Okay, what did I get? Black men once again kind of downplaying it. And see, this bothers me. When a black woman says to you, this is what's going on, why are you giving a rebuttal saying, well, you shouldn't worry about that? No. Okay. And you almost make me feel as if you don't believe me or any other black woman that's saying this. Maybe you think it's absurd that an interracial couple with a black guy and a non-white woman, and a non-black woman will be acting like this towards a black woman. Yeah, it might be absurd to you because maybe you don't act like that if you're dating a non-black woman. Maybe you mind your own damn business, but everybody's not like you. There are some black men and non-black women who act like this, okay? And so that insults me when black men, when you tell a black man what's going on and he downplays it. That's almost like if you came to me and said that the police harass you, and you say, I think it's because I'm a black guy, and you tell me that you get pulled over a lot and you think it's because you're black, and I turn around and say, well, no, that probably has nothing to do with it. And let's just say I wasn't with you in the car when this was going on. How would that make you feel if I said to you that, oh, well, you're not being discriminated against by the cops, and oh, you must have did something to make the cops pull you over and all that? Like, how would that make you feel if I keep pushing what you're saying to the side and pretending like, oh, well, and pretending like you're making it up? How would that make you feel? So that's what some black men do to black women. They think that we're just sitting up here just saying this and we're exaggerating. See, some of these black men actually feel like we have a problem with interracial dating. They feel like this. They feel that we all do. Okay. And because of this, they can't fathom a non-black woman and a black guy harassing a black woman when she's out and wanting, and when I say harass, I mean wanting her attention, purposely trying to get in front of her and staring at her to see her reaction. They do stuff like that. To me, that's harassment. Leave people the hell alone. They don't want nobody harassing them. And see, the reason why I feel some of these black men feel like this, ladies, is because, I'm gonna get into this just real quickly, is because some of them feel like white women, I keep saying white women, non-black women are a prize, because hear me out. They feel like, okay, they've been around some black women, and maybe some of these black women have been aggressive, so they assume we're always the aggressor. They think that we're always the ones acting a donkey, and so they look at non-black women as more docile. So they just, in their mind, they can't see her, going out her way effing with anybody, or effing with a black woman. That's unheard of, because they think highly of her, and they think kind of low of black women. Okay, because they feel non-black women are the prize. So they're like, okay, why would she be bothering you? They don't understand it. Okay, so, and then another reason why when you tell them that this particular interracial couple is bothering you, they don't understand it, because I'm gonna get to a great point here. When it's an interracial couple with a black man and a non-black woman, a lot of times they target black women and not black men. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna get into that. When you're out, black woman, by yourself, and a black man is by himself, that interracial couple with a black man and a non-black woman, they usually ain't really worried about that black dude. The person they want to F with is you, and I'm gonna get into why. So the black man ain't really used to that union, that type of interracial couple bothering him. So really, when you tell him that, okay, they trying to get my attention, he will literally have to be with you when this happened. And my boyfriend and my ex-boyfriend, I remember, was with me when some stuff went down, and they seen firsthand. And they even brought it up. Oh, she's staring at you and all that. And see, black women, you would have to have you, if you're saying this to your boyfriend and he's black and he don't believe you that they're doing this, he would literally have to be with you, because he don't believe you unless he sees it. But yet if he came home and said police been harassing him, they keep pulling him over, he didn't do anything, how would he feel if you disregarded his experience? I just want some of you black men to think about that. But let me continue. So she wanted me to just talk about some experiences I've had, but I'm just going to really break this down even further. First of all, what I have noticed, and let me say, this is not all black men and non-black women interracial couples. Once again, not all of them do this. I'm only talking about the ones that do, but it's enough of them that do this to where I have to address it, and where other black women they want to talk about it because they have been experienced. I'm not the only one that has experienced this, okay? I'm just the only one that's making a video talking about it, or maybe some other black women are too, I don't know. But anyway, so let's get into it. As a black woman, normally that interracial couple with a black man and non-black woman usually bothers you more so than they will bother a black man when he's out. So the thing is, they normally bother you when you're by yourself. Oh yeah, that's when they really want your attention, because like this young lady said, and now she did not say if she was out with a guy when this happened, or if she was by herself. Now this does happen, black women when you're out with your boyfriend or husband, whatever. I'm gonna get to that later. I want to talk about when you're by yourself. This is normally when they act a fool and want your attention. This is when they really want your freaking attention, when you're by yourself, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Okay, the reason why you're gonna get some interracial couples that consist of a black man and non-black woman harassing you when you're out by yourself in public, but it's mainly when you're by yourself, because they assume that you're single. Okay, follow me. The man and the woman in that couple, the black man and that non-black woman, assume that you're by yourself. Because you're by yourself, they just assume. You could just be running errands, your boyfriend could be at home or whatever, but they just assume in that moment you're by yourself, because you are technically in that moment by yourself. They just assume that you're single, you don't have nobody. Okay, that's number one. Number two, they assume that you like black men. Like I said in a previous video, they assume that you like black men. Okay, follow me. So because of this, the non-black woman in that scenario, okay, she wants to F with you, and her thought process is, okay, look at this single black woman by herself. I know she wants a relationship, because let me go here with this. Okay, so you being out by yourself and them assuming that you single means a lot, because most people assume that the average woman wants to be in a relationship. Okay, do you follow me here? When you see a woman out, just because a woman's out by herself does not mean that she's single. Okay, however, people might assume that you're single and lonely. They always associate being single with being lonely. Okay, so you're out. So in that non-black woman's mind in that moment, she might think that you're single and you're alone and you're lonely. In addition, she thinks that you like black men. Now, she's out she's out with her boyfriend, meaning she's in a relationship, which is something she feels you want. See, she thinks because you're a woman that you want a relationship, and because you're out at that moment by yourself, she assumes that you are single. So that's one strike. She feels, oh, she's single, and I know she wants to be in a relationship. Now the second strike is she's like, okay, and I know she wants to be with a black guy because she assumes that you want to be with a black man. She just assumes it. It might not be true, but she assumes that. Her and that black man think that. Okay, so when she sees you out by yourself and she's with this black guy, you're like a target. She wants to throw it in your face that, not only am I in a relationship, but I am also in a relationship with a black man, a man that you want. Okay? Are you following me here? It's two things going on here. Number one, you being a woman, screw your race. You being a woman, she assumes that you want to be in a relationship, and by you being by yourself in that moment, she just assumes you're single, and she's out with her boyfriend, so it's clearly she's in a relationship. So that's one strike she want to throw in your face. And then two, she's with a black guy though. So she assumes, you're out by yourself, you're lonely, single, while I'm with a black guy, a man that you want. Okay, that's the dagger she's trying to do. Okay, now let's go to when a black man is out and about by himself. That interracial couple with the black man and non-black woman, they still mess with them too, but not nearly as much, because they don't pay that much attention to him or try to throw it in his face, because number one, they don't assume that a man cares about being in a relationship. So once again, when that black man is out by himself running errands or whatever, they just assume that he's single. It could not be true, but they just assume it. In that moment, they assume that he's single. And as he can see, they are in a couple though. They're in a relationship, but they don't feel like he would be jealous that they're in a relationship. They don't feel like men crave relationships. They don't think that men are sad about not being in a relationship. That's known worldwide. Men are not known for caring about a relationship. So the man and the female in that situation is not like, okay, he's by himself, so what? If he's single, so what? He probably wants to be single. So that's not a knock against him because he's by himself. So that's not so them being together is not something they can really throw in his face and make him feel sad because he's not, in a relationship. So that's one thing they can't throw in his face. Now the second thing is, you might say, well, this black guy is with this non-black woman. Well, remember I said in a previous video, see, that black man in that union kind of represents that black guy. See, when that black guy that's out by himself sees that black guy and a non-black woman, he can kind of relate to the black guy in that union. That black guy represents him. So he represents that a man that looks like him is wanted by a non-black woman, and that might make him feel good. So it's no reason for them to throw something in his face, because they probably feel like too, and it's nothing too, men are normally the pursuer. So they probably feel like if he's not in a relationship and he's out and about and he's single, he probably doesn't want to be in one. And they probably feel like, okay, if he wants a non-black woman, he will go and get him one. So seeing that black man and non-black woman, that they don't feel that's going to get under his skin. So there's no point of trying to throw it in his face or make him feel bad, because they feel like their union doesn't make him feel bad. If anything, they probably feel like him seeing them will make him feel good, that okay, a black man, he might feel like, okay, that black man kind of represents him because they look alike and they're the same gender, and it just shows that, okay, in his mind, he might say, well, oh, this shows me that non-black women like men that look like me. So he has so understand, black women, when there's an interracial couple with a black man and non-black woman, they are not fixated on trying to get the attention of a black man that's out and about by himself. They don't give a damn. Now, I will say though, let me get a drink of water. This is going to be long. I will say though that my ex-boyfriend, I remember he said he was in Subway, I think, and it was a guy who was in front of him. He said this was a black guy, and the black guy was very unattractive, and he said the black guy was all over a white girl. I'm assuming that was his girlfriend. And he said the white girl was actually really pretty, but the black guy was unattractive. And so the black guy was just so excited to have an attractive girl, and probably attractive, and to have an attractive girl, I'm thinking that was non-black. So he said that the black dude kept turning and looking at him like, yeah, look what I got. I'm all that, ain't I? I know you want it. And my ex-boyfriend was mad because he said, I don't even want what you got. I'm, like, how dare you? You thinking that you got something special. So another dynamic with black men, I don't know if black women know this, but one dynamic that does go on between them is that some black men are colorists. And so if they're out with a woman who's really light, or a woman who's just a flat out a non-black woman, sometimes they will try to like flaunt her in front of a black guy, almost to say like, I know, look what I got. I know this is what you want. Because that black man is colorist, he assumes that the other black man is colorist too. So sometimes they will do that to black men too. But by far, they love to F with black women. So black women, when you're out and about by yourself, trust me, you're going to get them to really want your attention then. They're going to break their neck, okay, to try to get your attention. Now, you might say, wow, like I said, one of the reasons they think you're single and they think you want to be in a relationship. They think you like black men. So that non-black woman is almost like, okay, yeah, you lonely, you by yourself. I'm in a relationship, which I know you want to be in a relationship, and I'm with a black man that you will want. She assumes you want him. Now, for a person to act like this, ladies, they have to think that what they have is a prize. See, some of these non-black women really think the black man they are with is a prize. I don't know why they feel like this. Now, this is one thing I can't break down because I don't know. I think maybe the reason why they think the black guy's a prize is because he is putting them on a pedestal. He is praising them. And another thing too that some of these black men do, they talk, shit about black women to their non-black women. And one reason they do this, a couple reasons. One reason is they really do think bad of black women. Like they're mad at black women. They really a self-hater. The second reason is, see, non-black women have common sense like most people do, and they feel like, okay, most people do prefer people of their own race, or prefer, the phenotype of people of their own race. So when a black guy, let's say the black guy pursued her, he could tell her all day she's beautiful or whatever, but in her back of her mind, she's like, I know you probably still like black women though. So she's like, most people like people of their own race. Let's be honest. And she's like, yeah, you're pursuing me, but how do I know that I'm your preference? Like, you sure you don't like black women? And so he has to reassure her that he doesn't like black women. So that would take the form of him talking, shit about black women and telling her how great she is. And by default, by him doing that and praising her and putting her on a pedestal, she almost feels like he's a prize. Because, if someone's praising you, right, you're going to think you got something special because they think that you're special. And if you all don't believe me, okay, think about what Sin Santana said about, black men treating Hispanic women special. Or it was also a football player who was out with some other black men, and they were out with their non-black wives and girlfriends, and they had biracial children, and I think they did cheers to more biracial kids or something. And trust me, he's been, for her, I think his wife filmed it and put it on the internet. Trust me, he didn't talk crap about black women, or at the very least he has praised her complexion or praised his non-black woman's looks, but not just saying she's beautiful, probably going Pacific, like, oh, I like your green and blue eyes, I like your pale skin, I like your blonde hair. Okay, so that's making a non-black woman feel special. So by default, she feels the black guy's a prize. So think about it like this, black women, she assumes you like black men anyway. And then if she thinks he's a prize, she damn sure gonna think that you think he's one. And if you're out by yourself and she got this black man with her, she's assuming you're single, you're lonely, because they always assume single means lonely, which is not true, and that you want what she got. So now let's flip it. Now you might say, why does the black man in that union want the black woman's attention so bad? Some of the black men are angry at black women. They want to show you that they don't want you. I remember this one black guy on YouTube. He says when he's out with his non-black woman, black women would give him a dirty look, and so he said he would pull the non-black woman's hair even more and be all over her to make them mad. So this is why I tell black women, please, in this situation, when these interracial couples that consist of a black man and non-black woman is trying to get your attention, do not give them a dirty look. Do not show any look of disdain. Don't do that. And I'm gonna say how you deal with it. Like I said in the previous video, what you are to do is to ignore them, act like they don't, because they're trying to get your attention. They want you to see them because they feel that you don't like them being together. They feel that you like like black man and that you don't want him with her. Now, right now, I'm just talking about when you out by yourself. I feel like you're more of a target for this kind of harassment when you're by yourself. Now, I'm gonna get into when you're out with your dude and how they react. But right now, I'm just talking about when you're by yourself. They assume that you're single, by yourself, ain't got nobody, and that you want a black man. Because like I said, they assume that you're waiting around to get picked. As the woman, they know the man pursues the woman, usually the confident man. So the I keep saying white woman, the non-black woman is assuming in that union with the black guy that you are out by yourself, that you're single, and that you want a black guy, but that you can't get one. That you're waiting around to get chosen by one, but instead of the black guy choosing you, they chose her. See, this is what, because women know normally we get chosen, the guy pursues us. So she's thinking in her head, she know, as a woman, she feels she knows you want to be in a relationship. In her head, that's what she's saying. She's like, I know she want to be in a relationship. She's a woman. I know she wants a black man because she's black, and she's out by herself, so she's probably single. So look at what I got a black guy. He chose me over her. Even though you don't know them and they don't know you, she's projecting. She's like, okay, this is going to make her upset. Look what I got a black man. I know that's what she wants. And you might say, but what's the point of this? It's to validate her. See, a lot of people need validation. And with these particular non-black women, they get validation out of trying to get you upset. They get validation out of trying to get under your skin and get a reaction out of you to make themselves feel better. Because some of them probably initially did not even like black men like that. If you want to know the truth, initially their preference was their race of men. Okay, initially, but black men pursued them. Now, some white women pursue black men. Of course, I'm not saying they don't. Okay, I'm not saying they don't. But what I am going to say is that just because a non-black woman is with a black guy does not mean that she always like black dudes. Okay. But when she decides that she's going to start dating black men, now black women are a target. Black women are her competition. Because she has common sense. She thinks in her head like, hold on. Yeah, I know he says he likes me, but it's no way in hell he cannot still find black women attractive. Because she probably still finds some some non-black men attractive. I keep saying white women. I don't know. Anyway, so the black man in this union, he wants your attention. Like I said, I got to backtrack. It's because sometimes they don't like black women. They're mad at black women. They want to stick it to black women. Okay, now my experiences with these type of couples, oh my God, where do I begin? This is gonna be a long video. I already, if you all listen to my old videos, I've talked about being in an ice cream shop. Y'all have heard this 100 times. Me being there, my ex-boyfriend coming in there with a dress on. We get in line behind an interracial couple with a white girl and a black dude. She turned and saw me, lost her mind, went in the bathroom. I guess was trying to fix her makeup or her dress because I outshined her. They come out, they have a seat. I get my ice cream. We got our ice cream to go. They sat in and ate their ice cream. The black guy was minding his own business. This was a white girl. She kept staring at me. My ex-boyfriend, he was looking at her saying, man, she's staring at you. I'm like, I told you they act like this, and he didn't believe me. We leave out the ice cream shop. He tells me that he sees her stand up and look out the window to see what kind of car he's driving. Okay, so that situation is me, in a couple. And like I was saying, they're gonna mess with you more, black women, when you're by yourself. But when you're in a couple setting, they're not gonna be as aggressive. They're not gonna be as aggressive though. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're out as a black woman, if you're out with your boyfriend, whether he's black or non-black, that black man and non-black woman couple, they're not gonna bother you as much. They might still want your attention, but it's not gonna be as bad. It's not going to be as bad because, see, when you're in a couple setting, the non-black woman is going to be fixated on you a lot and on your dude in some kind of way, how he looks, the car he's driving. So both of you all are going to be kind of harassed. But when you're by yourself, all the harassment is going to be on you. Okay? So I remember I was in a grocery store. My boyfriend can attest to this. We were in a grocery store. A black guy comes into the store and he has a white wife or girlfriend behind him, and she had the cart and he was walking in front of her like he wasn't even with her. And then when she saw me and my boyfriend, she just stopped in the middle of the aisle and stared at me. I kid you not. And I kept talking to my boyfriend. I said, "Did you see her look at me?" He said, "Yeah." She just literally, like, yeah, I'm not making this up. She literally stopped and just stared at me. I don't know why she did this. And I'm still talking, trying to ignore her, but she wasn't even really looking at him. I mean, she looked at him, but once again, and this was obviously me out as a couple, but she was staring at me, and my boyfriend was like, what the hell? Why is she staring at you? I'm like, I just smirked. I said, I don't know. I don't know why they do this kind of crap. Okay, I don't know. Okay. So then, oh my God, so many situations. I already told you, all already know about the one I said in the last video about me at the gym, and the white girl and the black dude, get in front of me and another black girl on the treadmill. They wanted us to see them, and so I'm not gonna go through that again. I remember one time I was at Applebee's with my ex-boyfriend, and a black guy came into Applebee's and he sat next to us. I think it was like Valentine's Day, and he sat in a table next to us. He was sitting there for about 10 minutes and he kept looking out the window. So the woman he was waiting for just left him just sitting there. And he finally, either he left out to go get her or he called her, and she finally came in and was a white girl. And I know she had on like a coat that like some black women would normally wear. And when she came in and saw me, what did she do? She kept staring at me. Kept on staring at me. Okay, once again, my ex-boyfriend like, what she staring? Look, y'all, black women, you know how they get down. Just would kept on staring at me. Okay. Like I said, for me personally, I've had more situations where, and when I see a black guy and a non-black woman together, usually with me, I'm just saying with me, the non-black woman is the one who keeps fucking with me, excuse my language. The black guy usually kind of minds his own business. The only time it happened where the black guy was being thirsty like his non-black woman was when I was at the gym that time. And I think, because I feel like he was in on it. I think that when they came out of the gym room, they seen me and the black girl on the treadmill, and they said, we're going to get in front of them to make them uncomfortable, because they just assumed that we don't like, interracial couples with black guys and non-black women. So when they got directly in front of me, and he wrapped her stomach up in this, it was like a belt to make your stomach sweat because she was fat. Whatever. And she turned and looked at me, and I ignored them, and I stayed on the treadmill until they got off, because they thought they was gonna run me off, because they probably felt I didn't want to look at them the whole time because they got right in front of us. And I said, I'm not getting off until they get off. And when he turned, and when they finally got off, and he turned and saw me, and I was still there, his whole face just dropped. He looked defeated, because the purpose of him doing that, because I think they was in cahoots together, because it was tons of treadmill on the left side for them to get on, but they wanted to get in front of me as other black woman. They wanted to run us off because they felt we would be upset. See, I'm not upset. You don't look like shit, nor does your girlfriend. So I don't care about neither one of y'all dating interracially. She can suck you off until your penis is raw. I don't care what y'all do. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, I got my own life. I just want to date who I want to date. You date who makes you happy. I'm gonna date who makes me happy. Just leave me the hell alone. Okay, these black men act like they the prize or some prize of whom? I mean, you have to prove yourself to me. Just because you're a black man does not mean that you're of high quality. Okay, what race you is, you're gonna have to prove to me that you are worthy of being with me. Just like I have to prove to you that I'm good enough for you. I care about what race you are. So just because he's a black man does not mean I'm gonna be mad because he's with a non-black woman. Go be with who makes you happy. Just don't be talking crap about black women and leave us the hell alone in public. Okay. That was one situation. Y'all, it's so many of them. I remember too, it was a lady she did a YouTube video, and she was married to an Asian guy, and she talked about how, when she's out by herself or whatever, how, there's a black guy and a non-black woman, how they have like a little, he had a little smirk on his face, and he had a little chip on his shoulder, like she's supposed to be jealous. And she said she was at a restaurant, and she was sitting waiting on her husband to come into the restaurant, and the black guy was with a non-black woman. He was kind of, black women, when they had that kind of look on their face, they be looking at you like, look what I got. And then she said when the Asian guy came in and sat next to her, the black guy face just dropped. He looked rejected. He looked shocked, because see this is nothing too why these black men, some of these black men in these interracial couples, in an interracial couple with the black man and non-black woman, and not all of them do this. The reason why some of the black men also target you black women when you're by yourself, they also assume that you like black men too. Okay, they also assume this, so what will really throw them off is if, you know, they see you walking, or they see you waiting at like a bench or something, or if you're at a restaurant waiting on someone, and see, they're gonna assume you're waiting on a black guy, or you know, or a female friend. When a non-black guy comes and sit next to you and kiss you on your cheek, he's gonna have his mouth drop. His mouth is gonna drop, because black women, unfortunately, are known we have a reputation for kind of only preferring or really liking black men. Not only preferring black men, but really liking black men. Okay. And so a lot of black men know this, or they believe, or they know about this reputation. So when they're out with their non-black women, see, black women, they want the black man in that union, he has issues. Sometimes they have issues with black women. They don't like black women. And they want to make you mad. Like, they get off to it, because now it could be that some of them have actually encountered a black women giving them dirty looks and rolling their eyes and all that. And like I said, to deal with them, do ignore them. Do not under any circumstance roll your eyes, say something inappropriately. I know you ain't gonna do that anyway, because I know you don't care, but don't do it. Ignore them. And don't even make eye contact with them, but don't go out your way to act like you don't see them. Like, if you make eye contact by happenstance, smile back. Treat them like anybody else, because that's the thing. They want you to care. They want you to think that they're special. They're not special than anybody. They're just an interracial couple. Two humans dating. Two human beings. Nobody gives a damn, but they want you to care because of this preconceived notion about you. Okay, see, when it's a black man and a non-black woman, they don't be going around harassing black men who are out by their stuff like that. No, it's you black women. Okay, because like I told you previously, the white woman, I keep saying white women, the non-black woman, a lot of times it is a white woman with them, but the non-black woman, she thinks that if you're by yourself, black woman, that you're single, you're lonely, that you want a black man, that he didn't choose you, and then instead of choosing you, the black man chose her, and that she got a prize, and that she got what you want. So they're gonna bend over backwards to get you to notice them. Now, too, if you're a pretty black woman, they really want your attention. That's why I told this young lady who made this comment. I could be wrong, and I'm pretty sure a black woman is not going to say, oh, by the way, I'm not that pretty, but they still try to get my attention. So I would never really know the complete facts on this. So this is just speculation. But from what I've noticed, and I could be wrong, they probably do this to all black women. But it seems like the more prettier you are, the more they want to do this. When you're really pretty and you're out by yourself, you're the prime target. And you might say, why? Because first of all, you're pretty, and so let me plug this up. You're pretty, so they they're gonna notice a pretty person. And so the non-black woman, she's in competition with you for black men, and she in the back of her mind still feels that black men are attracted to black women. Make no mistake, she's not stupid. She feels in the back of her mind, at the very least, they will have sex with a non-black woman. Well, excuse me, at the very least, they will have sex with a black woman. Even if that black guy said he can't stand black women, they in their mind are like, I could still. She's like, hold on, you can't tell me you don't find them attractive at all, none of them. And that's when he goes to reassuring her, talking trash about black women. So when you're a very pretty black woman and you're out by yourself, you are primed for the picking to be effed with. I'm telling you right now. Now, some black men have been known for behaving like this. So I'm gonna get into them a little bit more. Hold on one second, drink some water. Now, I used to stay in Minnesota, and it was a wise woman, older black woman that I would talk to. Not gonna say how I knew her and all that. We would talk a lot about this. And she said when she first moved to Minnesota that, it was mostly white and it wasn't that many black people. And she said the black men that were down there, like damn near 90% of them dated white women. And she said when she would be at the grocery store or any public place, she said you should see how the black men were acting. They would be all over that white woman and turning around and staring at people to make sure that they seen them with her. So you gotta understand something about some of these black men who date non-black women. And it doesn't matter what race this non-black woman is. I think it's worse when they're with when they're with a white woman, they really want you to see them with them. Oh God. Now when they're with Asian, Indian, Hispanic, they still do it, but when they with that white girl, good grief. But anyway, some black men are notorious for doing this. And I knew this a long time ago. She would talk to me about this, and we'd sit talk about it and laugh. And she said when she first moved down there, those black men would act a donkey in the grocery store. They wanted everybody to see they had a white woman. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because with some of these black men, they put non-black women, especially white women, on a pedestal over black women. They feel that these women are a prize, okay? And they want everybody to see that they can get one, because I think it validates them. It makes them feel like they have won something. It makes them feel they got a woman of a higher status. So for them, it's like, yeah, I'm this black guy and society doesn't think very highly of me, but look, I got a white woman. Yeah, white men might, own most of the businesses in the U.S. and they might control everything, but I got a white woman. I got a white man's woman. Go figure. Like when they with some of them, it's like they want to stick it to everybody. Why they feel that them being with a non-black woman is sticking it to black women, I don't know. And why would they want to quote unquote stick it to black women? I really don't know. Like I said, part of it, some of them do already be angry at black women for whatever reason. Another part, they're excited about being with a non-black woman because they think highly of these women. Okay, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying because we're all equal. Ain't nobody better than anybody else. But I'm just telling you that. And like she told me, she said, and I've seen this too. And so she just kind of confirmed what I seen. But she told me it was really bad when she first got down there. I mean, she said them black men would be in a grocery store with their white girlfriends and just be turning around staring at everybody. They want everybody to see them. See, for them, part of being with that non-black woman is them showing people, black women, black men, white men, they want to show everybody they can get this non-black woman, that they can pull a white woman or a non-black woman because I'm a black guy and you all think low of me, but look, I got a white woman, or I got a non-black, or I got a Hispanic woman, an Asian woman. Because see, with some black men, they feel like, okay, it's easy to get a black woman. They feel like, see, some black men feel they're entitled to a black woman, but they don't feel like they're entitled to a non-black woman. So when they get one, and considering I think some black men feel, I think some black people in general, men and women, have an inferiority complex. So if they can date somebody who they feel is part of the class of people that's on a higher level in their mind, I'm saying this is in their mind, it makes them feel better about themselves. So when these black men was out with these white women, the grocery store, at the mall, they wanted everybody to see that, look what I got. Okay? And they want to throw it in your face, or a white man's face, even some black men's faces. They'll try to throw in their face, because with the black men, when a black man's out and about by himself, and here's the black man with this non-black woman, some of the black men, like I said, feel that the other black man is colorist like they is and worship non-black women too. So he might be like, yeah, look what I got, and you don't have one. They do that look with them too, but by far black women, they screw with us way freaking more. Way freaking more. Okay. Let me see, did I hit every angle? I want to say something too that happened to me when I was about 19. I was at the bookstore. I used to love taking the bus and going to the bookstore. This is something that kind of scarred me, but I was at the bookstore and it was a black guy. He was dressed really nice. He was like dark skin. He had a bald head, dressed real nice. He looked like in his late 40s. So he looked old enough at the time then to be my daddy. And he was with a white woman. She was cute. She had her hair pulled back in ponytail, slim. Nothing special. Just, he looked cute together. Just a normal couple. And he was kind of far from me, so I couldn't get his facial expression. I couldn't see it 100%, but I could have sworn, okay, so they were talking and she walked off and I happened to be looking over that way, and it's like me and him made eye contact and I just smiled at him. I'm only like 19. He's like in his late 40s, like old enough to be my dad. And I just smiled because, like just as a young person, I was just smiling at whoever I made eye contact with. And do you all know when he made eye contact with me, he gave me the most evilest look I've ever seen. He gave me just a look full of pure hatred. Now you have to understand something. At 19, I hadn't experienced dating to the point where I hated black men, or I knew that some black men and black women had issues with each other. I wasn't there. I hadn't even experienced that. I'm young, I was wet behind the ears. I was just starting to date and stuff like that. So I didn't know some of these black men, these overgrown men, had hatred towards all black women. I did not know that. But the way he looked at me, and why it traumatized me, because I was a young lady, okay? His hatred, he was mad at black women his age at the time, like late 40s. He was mad at them. But he want to project that hatred onto this young black woman. It's just like if me now as a 34-year-old woman, if I was to see a 17-year-old black young man and we make eye contact and I give him a dirty look, and because I'm angry at black men my age, and so I'm projecting onto him, I'm passing that hatred down. Like, I still never really understood what's all this anger some black men have towards black women. I don't get it. I mean, because the way some black women are treated by some black men, I can see why they mad at black men. Oh, I can see why. But the black men's hatred, they making all these hateful videos and all this. And these are grown men. Grown men. I never could really understand it. What are they so mad about? Well, I don't get it, because they act like they're perfect. They act like they deserve the best woman, but you're not the best man, though. You deserve the best woman, but you're not the best man. Make that make sense. It doesn't make sense, but that kind of traumatized me how he looked at me. I mean, he looked at me, you all don't understand the hatred when he looked at me, and I just smiled at him just like I would smile at anybody else, and he just looked at me like you black, he looked at me just like he hated my guts, and I was just only 19. This man been dating for forever. I'm not even in the range that he should even be dating. So I'm like, why is he looking at me like with such hatred? I'm not the black woman that you mad at. Well, what is your issue? But some of these black men that want your attention, black women, when they're out with their non-black women, some of them hate black women. Some of them do. I noticed too, when I was out with my boyfriend, I seen an interracial couple. They were at the buffet too. What I did notice, now some of these black men, these interracial couples, sometimes what they would do, you got the ones who want your attention, right? The black guy in the situation. Then you got the black guy who feels uncomfortable around you. This happened to me multiple times. I remember, see, black women, they expect us to not like them being with the non-black women. I remember I was a work study student, and a white girl came into the office to sign up for something. She had actually dreads in her hair. She was overweight, but seemed really nice. We would have a great conversation. It was a black guy standing in the hallway. He had dreads, but he wouldn't come into the office. So she said, "That's my boyfriend," whatever. And I said, "Okay." And she said she was having problems, that she was almost blind. Something was wrong with her eyes to where she couldn't read the wording on the paper really well. And so I was having some issues too. So I said, "Excuse me, sir." And he was stunned. I said, "Can you help her? Can you please help her? She needs some help." And I smiled at him, and he looked so stunned, and I was nice towards him because he knew that I knew that was his girlfriend, obviously. And I was like, "Can you come in here and help her? Can you please help your girlfriend or whatever?" And he just looked stunned. He looked floored. No, see, what you're not dealing with somebody who gives a damn. I don't care. I don't want you. I don't know her. Y'all look good together. Have a nice life. I don't have hatred in my heart. We all are humans. Y'all are the one making a big deal out of you all dating interracially. Now I understand that sometimes they might get hatred from maybe some black women, maybe some black men, maybe some white women, maybe some white men, maybe some Asian men, maybe some Asian women. The list goes on. Hispanic women, Hispanic men. I get it, but I'm not that woman. So treat me with respect. Okay, as I treat you with respect. And so he just assumed that I would have he was scared to come in the office. I was like, come in. I'm like, "Can you please help her?" He looked like, you know how you ask somebody to do something and they kind of walk slowly. He looked terrified. He was stunned I was being nice towards him. "Sir, I don't want you. Like I said, she could suck your penis until it turns raw. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't have anything to do with you and this woman. I don't know y'all. I'm not racist. I don't care." Okay, so you have the one type of black man that will be uncomfortable around him, when he's with his non-black woman, because he's accustomed to either black women looking at him weird, or he just assumes black women have an issue with his union, and part of him wants y'all to be mad. Okay, then it's the one, like you said, that wants y'all attention. He looking all around. He want everybody to see he's with a non-black woman because it validates him. And then the other one is the type that ignores you. I don't know if you all ran into this type, because when me and my boyfriend was at the buffet, I ran into the type a couple times where I know black women, you've been around this type of black guy where you could tell his demeanor with you that he does not date black women. He won't really give you eye contact. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He won't give you eye contact when he's with his non-black woman. He just won't even look your way. In that vicinity, he want to act like you don't exist, or you and your black boyfriend don't exist. So that's the other type that's just completely on to the left. Okay, but the ones that want your attention, this is not going to end anytime soon, ladies. And another reason why black women are such a target is because, like I said, with black men, some of them have made music talking trash about black women. They have said how they love non-black women, and they have put non-black women on a pedestal and have, excuse my language, shitted on black women. So by default, we're gonna be a target. I mean, think about it like this, ladies, if you reverse it. If, let's say, Asian men talked about how much they like black women and couldn't stand Asian women, you know, were too skinny and said all that, and Asian men were like after black women by the droves, right? And when you were out with an Asian guy, the Asian woman, let's say, was by herself, happened to be, and you might start feeling like kind of sad for her, like, damn, her race of men don't even like her like that or something. Like, I mean, I don't know how your mindset would be. Let me tell you something about me. Me, like any other black woman, I have had other races of men try to, you know, pursue me, and it never crossed my mind to, like, if I was to date one, to say, let me make his race of woman jealous. When I'm out with him and I see a woman of his race by herself, let me make her jealous. Let me purposely walk past her and try to get her attention. Let me rub on his head and keep staring at her to get her attention. Like that, like, because I'm not insecure. See, some of those non-black women insecure because, like I said, they deep down feel that he still likes black women. Okay, they feel that you want him. They feel, because you're black, they feel that he is a prize because he's putting her on a pedestal. So by default, she feels he's a prize. Because, you know, if somebody's praising you, you kind of end up feeling that they're the stuff too. And then in addition, she thinks that you might be single. So all this combined, like I said, black men just overall talking trash, and possibly him talking trash about black women. You out, she thinking you single. She thinking she got a prize. She thinking that you want him because he's black and all that. All that combined, then she's kind of insecure, thinking that he might still like black women. So all that, and then in addition, her feeling like black women don't like her being with him. Maybe some have been rude towards her or gave her dirty looks. All that combined, now they're gonna start effing with you. Okay, especially when you out by yourself. When you out with your dude, like I said, they might just stare at you, but they're gonna be paying attention. They're gonna pay attention to your dude too a little bit. They want to see maybe what car he's driving, stuff like that. But it's gonna be dimmed a little bit when you out with your dude. But when you're by yourself, black women, and you're pretty and you're by yourself, they're gonna, oh my God, they're gonna try to break their neck to get your attention because they want you. Because like it's no fun to them if you don't see them. So because when you're ignoring them, which is why I suggest you do. They think you didn't see them. So they think once you see them, it's going to make you angry. Okay. And so purposely ignore them, but don't make it so obvious. Like if you end up making eye contact, smile, but don't go out your way to make it obvious that you got an issue with them being together by like purposely not looking at them. Don't look at them purposely. But if some kind of way y'all do make eye contact, or you end up having to talk to them or anything, or they hold the door for you, like, oh, thank you, you might smile at them. Because it was an interracial couple that was in front of me one day going in the store, and the white girl opened up the door for me. I said, oh, thank you. But I looked at her, smiled or whatever. I'm not going, I wouldn't just, not look at her and no. Treat them like they're like anybody else, because they're not special. They think they are, but they're not. But yeah, sorry for the long video, y'all. I broke this down as best as I could. I haven't even talked about all the situations I've had, but let me get to this one real quick too. There's nothing that they do that they have done to me. They love showing you a picture of their black guy in their phone. So I remember this is kind of okay. I remember this one white girl I was in Job Corps with. She was about 300 pounds. Her hygiene was bad. We were actually in a bathroom. She was installed next to me, and I smelled the bad stench. And that's how funky she was, to where she was standing or sitting next to you. You could smell her. Her shoes would be dirty. And do y'all know that she had a boyfriend? Ain't that something? Anyway, so she was talking my head off one day, and she showed me a book. No, an album of like her family. So as she was going through it, she said, when you turn the page, she said, you're gonna see a surprise. And I said, oh, okay. So when I turned the page, it was a black guy, dark chocolate almost like he pure African, dark chocolate guy. He was decent looking. Well, I can't, I wouldn't say decent looking. He had like a little bit of weight on him, but no, he was like maybe husky. And he was and her mother was beyond pale. And he was with her mom, and her mom was almost as big as her. And he was not that big. I'm gonna repeat this again. And she just was smiling at me, and I was like, oh, okay. And so some of them do like showing you pictures if they, have a black male in their a black male that's dating their mom or sister, and definitely they're dating a black man. So just be prepared. I had a white girl, she was showing pictures to a black girl I know, pictures of her black boyfriend, and the black girl gonna call me over there. Said, come here, Cheyenne. And I already knew what it was about. I said, what's going on? She said, look at this. Look at her and her boyfriend. So her boyfriend, he was like brown skin, braids to the back. He was kind of like husky, glasses. He didn't like shit to me. I was not attracted to him. But I would never tell a woman I don't think her dude is attractive. So I was like, oh, he's cute. The white girl gonna say, she was average looking. She gonna say, no, he's not cute. He's fine. I said, oh, really? I said, okay. And I just walked off. See, sometimes you gotta walk off. I was like, because if I don't walk off, I'm gonna say, listen here, you... I ain't gonna say what I want to say. Listen here, you bottom of the barrel trash, okay? I don't find him to be attractive. Just because he's black and I'm black does not mean that I want him, whore, okay? And she ain't a whore. Let me not call her a whore. Get it straight, okay? Yes, he's black and I'm black, but just because he worship you and now you think he's a prize and you think you got something special, every black woman gonna want him, that don't go. I like attractive men that are successful. He is not neither. I don't want him. So and she's talking about he's fine. I'm like, I could show you a fine black guy. He ain't it. But I didn't even go there with her. But like I said, black women, you gonna run into all this. They gonna show you pictures of them with the black dude and the phone. They want you to know they dating a black dude. They want to throw it in your face. They want to brag about it because they feel that they got a prize. They feel that he is the prize, that you waiting around for a black guy to give you a relationship, that you lonely, you wait on a black guy to, be with you, that you prefer black men and don't let you be pretty, because then they think, okay, they feel they do what want you, so they're like, okay, yeah, you pretty and everything, but look, he chose me, he didn't choose a woman like you. See, that's what it's all about. And then the black guy in that union, some of them black dudes got an inferiority complex, and they want everybody to see they got a non-black woman. They want everybody to know. They want black women to know, black men, everybody. They want everybody to know they pulled a non-black woman. Make them feel good about themselves. They see black women, black men think that y'all don't like nobody but them. So if they see you with non-black men, they probably be looking stunned, especially if you pretty, like, huh? And then they sometimes they get mad when they see really pretty black women with non-black men. They feel like they see some black men feel entitled to black women. They feel like that's why they don't sometimes treat us as special, because they feel like, okay, I can get a black woman anytime. Getting you is easy, but I want to get this non-black woman. This will give me rank. And see, other black men sometimes give them kudos for being with a non-black woman. If he's colorist and self-hating as well. A person should not be giving kudos just for being with somebody because they with somebody of a certain race. It should be if this person treats you well and whatnot. It shouldn't be just because they are a certain hue, you get kudos for dating them. Okay? So, y'all, this video is way too long, but I broke it down as best as I could. Keep ignoring them. Don't, it's nothing you can do about it. Black men, like I said, be talking trash about black women worldwide. So this is going to keep happening. It's not going to stop. They're going to keep harassing you, especially black women, when you're pretty and you're out by yourself.